In a world where deception runs deep and bodies drop without a trace, only the real survive. Some chase the truth, others bury it. But in the end, no secret stays hidden forever, because justice doesn't wait, and neither do we. Welcome to Survival of the Realest. The neon glow of the city pulses in the rain-slicked streets, a heartbeat of vice and ambition. I sit in my parked car outside a dimly lit diner, watching my mark through the drizzle-streaked windshield. One last job, one final bullet. Then I'm out. Retirement. Something I never dare to believe in. Feels so close I can taste it. But as I grip the pistol under my coat, my gut twists with a feeling I haven't known in decades. Doubt. The target, a young man in a worn leather jacket, sits alone at the counter, stirring a cup of coffee. The kid has no idea what's coming. No suspicion. No paranoia. Just another poor soul in a city that chews people up and spits them out. I know that feeling all too well. Then the door to the diner swings open, and everything goes to hell. A pair of masked gunmen burst in, moving with the kind of urgency that reeks of desperation. One raises a shotgun at the cashier. Empty the register. Now! The other, a wiry guy with shaking hands, points his pistol at the patrons. I swear under my breath, this was not part of the plan. I reach for my gun just as the kid at the counter slowly raises his hands. But something about the movement, the measured calm, sets off alarms in my head. Then the kid moves. Fast. Too fast. A knife flashes. The wiry gunman yelps, clutching his bleeding wrist as his weapon clatters to the floor. The other robber spins, but the kid is already in motion, twisting the shotgun away with a practice efficiency that screams of training. In seconds, both would-be criminals are down, groaning on the checkered tile. The kid turns and locks eyes with me, and in that instant I see it. Recognition. The young man isn't just some random mark. He's my son. My grip on my pistol slackens. My pulse pounds in my ears. The years, the blood, the sacrifices, it's all led to this moment. The truth slams into me like a freight train. The people who ordered this hit didn't tell me everything. Maybe they knew. Maybe they wanted to test my loyalty. Maybe they wanted to erase my bloodline entirely. No, not like this. Sirens howl in the distance. The kid glances down at the gun on the floor, then back up at me, suspicion clouding his face. Who the hell are you? I exhale sharply, making a decision I can't take back. The guy who just quit. With that, I holster my gun and stride out into the rain, knowing full well I've just become the hunted. The mafia won't take this betrayal lightly. But I'm not done yet. If they want a war, I'll give them one. Because family, no matter how lost, is worth fighting for. The rain hammers down as I slip into the driver's seat, knuckles white on the wheel. My mind races. They'll come for me. Maybe tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Every second I waste, the noose tightens. I pull away from the curb, headlights slicing through the downpour. My son, my goddamn son, had been my target. A lifetime of running jobs for the mob. And it had come to this? My first instinct is to go underground, disappear like I have a dozen times before. But that's not an option anymore. I have to find out who ordered the hit, and why. Because if they were willing to kill my son, they won't hesitate to finish the job. First stop, an old friend, Benny Russo. If there's anyone in this city who knows the mob's inner workings, it's him. He runs a small cigar lounge in the Lower East Side, a relic of another era. I park a block away and make my way inside, dripping rain onto the wooden floor. Benny looks up from behind the counter, his face twisting into an expression of surprise, and maybe a little fear. Vince, didn't think I'd see you again. Didn't think I'd have to come back. He pours me a drink without asking. This about the contract? Word on the street is you botched it. I take the glass, the ice clinking softly. They set me up, Benny. The target, he's my son. Benny goes still. The noise in the lounge fades into the background. Finally, he exhales, rubbing his temple. Jesus Christ, Vince. You sure? Saw him with my own eyes. Benny mutters a curse. Then you're a dead man walking. They won't let this slide. I lean in. I need names. Who ordered the hit? Who knew about it? He hesitates, then shakes his head. This is bigger than you think. You don't just walk away from something like this. The orders came from the top. Someone wants a clean house. My stomach tightens. Who? Benny lowers his voice. Salvatore Ricci. My blood runs cold. Ricci, the old guard. The man who brought me into the life all those years ago. If he's behind this, it means I was never meant to walk away. I finish my drink in one gulp. Then I guess I've got work to do. Benny sighs. If you're going after Ricci, you'll need help. I don't plan on asking. I push away from the counter, rain hammering against the windows. The clock is ticking. The city is a maze of betrayal. I'm already in too deep. But I'll be damned if I let them take my son. The war starts now. I don't go home. Home is a memory, a soft place long buried under the weight of bodies and regrets. Instead, I drive. My hands are steady, my mind sharp. Years of instinct take over as I weave through the city, avoiding main roads and known safe houses. I find a payphone on 10th and dial a number I haven't used in years. A raspy voice answers. Yeah, it's me. A pause, then a slow, humorless chuckle. Vince, thought you were dead. Might be soon. Need a favor. Ain't that funny? Last time you called, you said you were out. And now I'm back in. You in or not? A beat of silence. Then, meet me at the docks in an hour. I hang up, gripping the receiver tight. 1 hour. One last chance to get ahead of this. By the time I pull up to the docks, the air is thick with the scent of oil and salt. A lone figure waits under a flickering street lamp. Mickey O'Hara, an old associate with a reputation as sharp as the knives he carries. Vince, he says, lighting a cigarette. Didn't think I'd be seeing you again. I need information, muscle, and a way to get close to Ricci. Mickey exhales smoke, eyes narrowing. You planning to put him in the ground? If I have to. Mickey studies me for a long moment, then nods. All right, but if we do this, there's no coming back. I glance at the city skyline, a jagged silhouette against the stormy night. I was never coming back anyway. The game is set. The pieces are moving, and Ricci's time is running out.